now that the white's on, we can go back to the opposite side again, because I think the word thyme should be dry by now. And we're going to do a little shading on the opposite side.
Phthalo blue. The phthalo blue kind of bleeds into your brush quite a bit, so what I'm going to do with this technique is to use a little bit of glazing medium in my brush. Glazing medium is a clear painting medium. It's the Traditions brand of glazing medium. And I find that if I use that in my brush instead of water, it can control the paint a little more, especially on one of these paints that want to really bleed across your brush. So we're going to first load the brush with the glazing medium and tip it in the phthalo blue. Stroke it on your palette like you would when you're sidelining. And then we're going to pick up just a teeny touch of the black. Just stroke that over in the same spot to blend those two colors together. And add just a little more blue. So this is going to end up kind of a deep midnight blue color. And then we're going to float the left edges of each of the letters, the left and bottom edges. So again, we're going to start on the E. And you're going to float along this back edge on the left side down to the bottom. And start back up here on the top of the E and float the inside curve here on the left. And then you're going to float the left, the little horizontal bars, and the left of this bottom curve. So you will cover over a little bit of your white, but that'll soften that white highlighting that we did. Pick up a little more paint in your brush. We're going to move to the M, and we're going to float the bottom and left edges, each leg of the M. And then across the bottom of each of the crossbars. Stuck my hand in the paint. Okay, move on to the Y. And on the left edge of each of the legs of the Y. And across the bottom of the crossbars. The H on the bottom of the hump and down the front leg, and we're putting our paint on the left edge of these, on the left here, and then across the bars on the bottom. And we'll just continue like that all the way across the letters. So I'm going to take a break here and continue working my letters, and I'll pick back up again when we get over to the beginning of winter. Okay, I'm working on my final letter, the W, and again, we're putting across the bottom and left edges with a brush mix of phthalo blue plus a little black to make it dark, and midnight blue. And this just sets the letters back a little bit more into the background, gives them a little more dimension. So there's our wintertime letters. I'll come in a little closer. You can see those. And you'll see we've got a little bit of kind of a cloudy white paint that has gotten on the background. And I'm going to go back and now clean that up with some black paint. And the easiest way I found to do that is to float some black back over the background. I'm going to use a small angle brush. I've got a 1/4 inch angle here. And I'm going to just side load it with some black paint. And then come back and just stroke over some of those areas where I've gotten a little white paint on the background to clean that up. And by floating this over the background rather than taking a flat brush and trying to repaint, this will blend into your background more. You won't have any hard edges where you've brushed on a second layer of paint over top of the background. Sometimes that would give you an effect of looking like you'd painted around each letter or outlined around each letter. The floating is softer, and you're not going to see any brush strokes from that. I'm just going in wherever I see a little bit of that white paint has made the background cloudy. So you can go along and finish cleaning up your letters, and then we'll come back and add some snow to the top of